Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching the Flight Attendant, Season 2, Episode 8.
Backwards and forwards.
I don't get that. A couple of things happened in this episode.
Yeah.
I would say there were 3 resolutions, 2 of which I liked. We really sort of just tidied up the season-long mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Dot was... How do we feel about that? Dot was the villain.
I like that. That's fine. I like it, but I don't like how the Grace thing ended, given that the Dot thing is what it was.
Yeah, they really screwed over Grace, I feel like.
Yeah, the Grace thing is just like really disappointing. I think Grace deserved better. I think Mae Martin deserved better. I'm just a little disappointed. But Dot being the mastermind obviously was hilarious.
She was so, that monologue that she...
Her like toe-to-toe with Cassie where she was like, I've done it before. I sleep great at night.
It was so good. She kept like, with each sentence, like I literally was like, like it just kept getting better and better. And the nonchalance with which she was handling... And I even the whole you're not wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Your pupils are dilated. Yeah. And she, like the way that she's so casually, because it was we the audience caught wise pretty quickly, but it was very sort of like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
It just got weirder somehow. And
oh no.
But her breezy tone, I always joke, but it's like I would be so screwed.
Yeah.
Because I would just do whatever she said. I'd be like, okay.
Well, she's just she seems so friendly, and she's in Cheryl Hines' body, and so you're like, I mean, okay.
I'm a little disappointed in that I loved her, and I know we can't keep every toy from every episode, but it's like
she's also not dead, but she was arrested. The CIA took her into custody.
But it's like I was sort of like, I don't know, I liked her being this boss figure, this mentor figure. And we had a lot this season, but I liked it a lot. It was very good. And, this is a show that does try my patience a little bit. Mm-hmm. However, back on Kaley Cuoco, she really navigates through so much of that. So, she just keeps it. She's just so charming. Even the other Cassies, I really liked that.
Yeah.
Maybe the Alex mystery of season 1 might be better, or more people might have preferred that, but I really preferred the Cassies.
I like her doing her internal work. I think is a lot more interesting. I will also say that as soon as Dot was like, why don't we go back to my place? I was like, okay, Barty Crouch Jr. Absolutely not. This sounds so suspicious.
Because that's how they got her. Yeah. It's finally someone was like, this isn't protocol.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't even really Cassie that did anything.
She tripped herself up trying to get Cassie. And I also just so basically she was just doing bad things through the CIA and then was going to try to pin it all on Cassie. Is what we've decided.
Yeah, but this wasn't her first rodeo.
No,
it's
she's done it
this
before.
Most recent thing. So who were the Diaz's then?
Well, we decided last week they were going after Megan, not Cassie. So it's a whole separate thing.
So are they still in play, or maybe?
I don't know what happened to them after we left them under the boardwalk. So.
Yeah, that
they could still be around, but also now Megan is in witness protection. So
yeah, it feels a little bit like maybe they were the red herring.
Maybe
because I was thinking that Jenny was going to be a red herring, and boy howdy, do I prefer that version.
If she was a red herring?
Yeah. Did you like it?
Okay. Because of Jesse Ennis's performance.
I wanted to say, I hated it, but I wanted to say this is nothing to do with Jesse. I hated the writing. I think Jesse was fantastic in both versions of her character, and she really sold the cuckoo.
She sold the cuckoo so good, and also that house was incredible. I loved all of the kitschy grandma wallpaper and stuff.
It turned into a Scooby-Doo house. I was waiting for them to be running in and out of doors.
So funny. But a couple of people who commented on our previous episodes were correct, and I don't hate that you were correct.
No, congratulations.
But I hate that you were correct because I didn't like that Felix was involved. Yeah, it was just I don't. Why Felix?
This is kind of a campy show, but it was a little too campy for me. Like her murder board, it was just,
like half a murder board and half a like Felix love board.
Like one of the words was just like floozy. And it was like, I don't.
And also fake when she was having what appeared to be like a real sit down dinner with her friend. Like, I just don't know what was fake and what was evidence of her being a floozy. And I don't know. It was just all a little, I agree with you. The writing of this like whole thing was sloppy. And I also just like.
We also just didn't need it.
I didn't need Felix, especially. Like, that's, I think, the especially part that I don't.
I'll feel differently if he's like in play in a season 3.
Sure. But I mean, he's like an assassin. I don't know that he's getting out of prison. I mean, who knows?
I mean, someone with the Dot was just engineering, like, there's a dirty prison guard that lets him out because she's fallen in love with him too. I wish we were using that time to flesh out, because what was the point of giving Cassie that, like, strange chemistry with Grace? And I'm not saying that because I kept thinking that they were gonna like have a moment. I'm not saying that because they didn't, I didn't like it or I was like misled or anything like that. Like, we're not big queer bait people. No. That's not what I'm saying. They made sure to give them a connection that on paper paid off, but emotionally there's something to be desired. And so I sort of felt like if we took that 20 minutes and spread it out, it could have been better. I don't know. It was too much for me. But again, I think Jesse sold it. And
oh my God.
Because we have to be bringing Felix back if that's the case. Because what was the point of tapping him back in? And also because he was clearly using Jenny.
Yeah. To get to Cassie, because Cassie put him in prison. But that's the other thing too, is like, obviously Jenny was presented as sort of a weak person who was like, you know, really beholden to this like boyfriend or whatever. But like, I don't like quite how pathetic she ended up being because of all the feel like she was so
I mean, the prison bride thing is a thing.
Sure, but she was so easily taken under by Felix, and I know that he's a sociopath and he's like very good at stuff like that, but I don't know. It all kind of left a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. And again, despite her performance, which was incredible.
Which was great.
It's so incredible.
She's not dead either. No, I don't think.
She got whapped in the head with 2 things. So. And
she also killed that old lady. So she has murdered people.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see where we go with it. It just, as it was happening, I could feel, because Rachel was watching with us, and there was a sort of a curt exhale, like a, and I was like, I second that emotion. I guess maybe it was serving Davy a little bit.
Even still, not really.
Yeah.
Because it didn't serve Davy in any way, because we like barely saw them interact with each other. And also when they did,
it all happened off screen.
And then when they had that one outing, he was like, I was trying to get away from her, and that's how I know what boat registration numbers are. So I don't know. I just think it didn't really serve anybody for the most part, except for Jesse Ennis, who came out smelling like a rose.
So Hildegard, aka Megan, was able to get back across the country.
Yep.
And with Cassie's help, she struck a deal, which I love Shane so much. I'm so glad that I got nervous. Like, I got real nervous around like the 6th episode where I was like, oh.
He and Benjamin are both fine. They both survived their stab wounds from Grace. But I do also love that, like, the only way that this worked out is because Shane was literally trapped in a bed. Like, if he had been able to make a call or, like, leave the room, Megan would be in prison.
His delivery of the, I'm kind of in the middle of the last favor you
Oh,
asked.
my God. So funny.
I'm so sad to see Dot go. I think between the two of them, I would have preferred Dot.
Yeah.
However, now that we have cleared Benjamin's name and keeping him on, I would hope that... Have they said if they're doing more?
I don't know. I assume.
Yeah. I don't think it's a show that should go for long. Like, I don't know that it would go forever, but I think there's definitely
3, 4.
Yeah, I think a 3rd season should happen, and I would hope that we'd keep him on. And frankly, I actually think that she should continue down the path with him because she obviously is too attracted to. I mean, she herself admitted that she was attracted to the danger.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember the context of it, but there was one like flash cutaway shot of her in the gold dress sitting on the bar, and she was like.
Oh, yeah, it was when she called herself a narcissist.
Yeah, it was so good. It was
like a narcissistic thrill seeker. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited that Benjamin's name has been cleared and that he is presumably still in or will move into another position of power.
Yeah.
Annie and Max got married.
In Vegas.
Yeah, was there a reason for that, or just
probably just a quickie so that she couldn't back out of it after, like, during a long planning?
I love them so much. I love him so much.
Just naked constantly, like 100% of the time for no reason. You cannot be possibly getting out of the shower that frequently.
It's so good. I love it so much. And his parents were there. It seemed to be going well. That was great. I love that. I loved their stuff. Megan. So Megan did make a deal with Shane and the CIA. She gave them the information she had. She's in witness protection.
Yep.
They are moved somewhere with snow.
Yeah.
So
they were already living in Long Island, so it can't be like too much snowier.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'm like, they're from Malibu.
No. Cassie's living in Malibu. Or Venice Beach, maybe.
I watched season 1 and 2 in one swath, so it blurs the whole thing. Are we to take that as Rosie Perez leaving the show?
I doubt it.
Okay.
There will be something. The Koreans will come back up or something. Something will happen and Shane will have to call her in. It might only be like how Michelle Gomez was this season, but I don't think Rosie Perez is gone for good.
We did not get fucking Carol back.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping that was laying track for season 3.
Alana Ubach is just could be on call.
Just gigging.
Yeah.
No more Jada. No more Queen Jada.
Not right now, yeah. Oh, well, she called her mom.
Yes.
She had a flight at the end. She called her mom.
It was nice.
It was nice.
I really appreciate scenes like that. Yeah. I had a conversation a few years ago with an old friend where I was like, I feel really bad because I've let the relationship sort of fall behind by the wayside. I should have been like a better friend. And she was like, well, then just to be one now. And so I like that notion of like our relationship is rough and or broken and or whatever. So what do we do? And it's like, well, you just do it. You just work on it. And you got to start somewhere. And they only talked because I think you think like that phone call, you think this has to be like hours worth of conversation. And it was like they were on the phone for less than 5 minutes. Like,
well, they also are still like, it wasn't a particularly nice conversation. Like they still like Sharon Stone was still cold and irritated and stuff, but it like ended in like an okay place. And I think that's
it was like this part was nice. I'm willing to try again.
Yeah.
And again, and you know what? You just take it one day at a time.
One step at a time.
That was Cassie.
Oh, yeah.
From Euphoria.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I think that was my favorite.
That's right. That, I think, is it, though.
I had a lot of fun.
That was everything. It was a super fun season.
There was some stuff to be desired, but I had a lot of fun. And ultimately, I am interested enough in Cassie and our characters, Cassie, Megan, Shane, Annie, and Max.
Yeah.
That I want to
even Benjamin, I'd love to because we got almost nothing from him because he was meant to be suspicious all season. So I would love to dig deeper into Benjamin as well.
So I am totally game to keep watching these characters work on themselves and throw a little mystery in with some glamorous jet setting, and you got yourself a show.
But I'm gonna need Cassie to take some medication and stop fucking touching stuff and maybe have an actual CIA training course.
Just get her some mittens.
Something. Come on, you're killing me.
Okay, awesome. Well, overall, we really enjoyed it.
I did, yeah.
We will do it again when the time comes.
Absolutely. Right.
So, on that note,
you can follow us on Twitter @soimwatching or Instagram @soimwatching the show. We also have a website, soimwatching.com, which links out to everything. And if you are so inclined, so we may have a jet-setting lifestyle, you may donate money. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Bye.